Well, hello there, welcome to the Ep1 Alliance. In today's video, we'll be discussing a new style of video that we will probably do on a regular basis. We'll be pitching our TV show ideas. If you can, like and subscribe, leave a comment down. If you can write down or even pitch your ideas. Would you like to go first, Luke?
Yeah, so as Jacob said, we're going to be doing something different where we're going to propose some random TV ideas that we've thought of, and I don't know, maybe one day a TV network might see one of our videos and decide to make them into a show, and we might become famous and rich from it.
Who knows?
Okay, first idea. I said this to you a few times. I think I've got this idea that... So there's been a lot of reboot shows or like movies that have became shows recently that I've quite liked. Things like High School Musical, the musical series. It's kind of a spin-off. It doesn't involve the main characters from the show, but it surrounds that universe. And I like that. I like the idea of a show that's a spin-off from from a movie or a show, but it's in the same universe, but it doesn't have to be about the same thing. It's just related. I like that. Disney did the same thing with the Mighty Ducks. I like it. It's got some carryovers. So my idea was something Harry Potter. I'd like to see maybe a teen drama / comedy set at Hogwarts with wizards and witches at Hogwarts, but nothing to do with Harry Potter. Like maybe there might be a few mentions or Easter eggs about Harry Potter, but I kind of want to see what life is like at Hogwarts. Like we see Harry and the main characters go to a few classes and walk the corridors, but it's always surrounding something happening, Voldemort this. I want to see just day-to-day life, like I don't know, wizards and witches having relationships, going to classes, failing classes, being successful at things. I just want to see a teen drama in the wizarding world. I think it would be cool with maybe a bit of comedy to it. Just, I don't know, just something Harry Potter-like.
Guess I got a couple of questions for you. Would you have it like while the events of Harry Potter's going on, kind of, you know?
No, I think I'd have it in the future.
Okay.
So maybe like beyond, like to a point where they're beyond Voldemort and like the world's good. Like I don't really want it to be the drama surround them fighting some kind of big evil. I'd rather it just be your day-to-day drama, bullies, teachers, teen stuff.
Would you have the story focus like on Gryffindor or Slytherin or Hufflepuff or Ravenclaw? Or would you have like one character from each house and they like become friends, or what would you have the concept?
Maybe focus on a house that's not one of the main ones in Harry Potter, so maybe not a Gryffindor or a Slytherin, maybe like Hufflepuff. And like the whole idea of the show could be that they don't like people from Slytherin and they think those in Gryffindor are up to themselves and think they're better than everyone because of what Harry and Hermione and Ron had done. Maybe something like that. And like maybe put a spin on it. Kind of like, you know, like in Cobra Kai, it puts a spin on that like Cobra Kai are good and like maybe the Danielson's bad kind of thing. Like just showing, or even it could be from a Slytherin perspective, like in this the main characters are in Slytherin and they're like Slytherin has a bad name but we're actually good people. Because the movies portray Slytherin as being bad because of Draco Malfoy and his friends, but we don't know about all the other people in Slytherin. Like Harry was originally like going to be put in Slytherin, so there's...
It was between the two.
Yeah, so like we can't assume that everyone in Slytherin's evil. Like there was just some people that didn't get along with Harry, or I guess Draco Malfoy was evil, but you know, like just something like that, just a different spin-off that doesn't focus on the evil and drama, because people love the Wizarding World. You've seen how successful what are the latest shows? New movies that got they focus on the Fantastic Beasts. And people love seeing other parts of the Wizarding world and what happens in it. And so I'd like to see that. I think the Wizarding world's really interesting, and every Harry Potter movie's focused on drama. I'd like to see something that's not deadly drama, something that's just everyday drama.
So I guess my question would be, would you have the show focus on when they enter school or they've already been established, it's year one, or would you have them go through the sorting hat? Like what time?
I think that. I think year one, sorting hat, making friends, making enemies, being late to class, doing all that sort of stuff. You just imagine your typical Disney teen show, but they're wizards. And I know we've got the Wizards of Waverly Place, but that was a show about wizards like blending in a normal society and people not wanting to know they're wizards. Like this is a show about wizards that know they're wizards around other wizards that go to a wizarding school. Like I think that'd be cool. It's different.
And would you have any characters from the movies be in this show? Like in Harry Potter 8, what they actually made into a play, Ron, Hermione and Harry actually become teachers, so would you have them?
Yeah, possibly. I reckon that could work. Maybe not a super main character, because when you do that, then they become the focus. Like maybe someone else, like someone that was in, maybe like a Neville Longbottom or something, like someone that wasn't the main gang but was around them that becomes a teacher or yeah, something like that.
And how is it going through the 7 years of schooling? How long is this?
Yeah, I think so. I think if the show was successful, I'd imagine it'd go from start to finish, or even beyond that. Like maybe it could show life outside of wizarding. Like they finish school and they go and get wizard jobs. Like just something different. Like imagine like a Friends style show, but they were wizards. Like just something different. I know that's a future show, but like I don't know. I just want to see the Harry Potter world not so serious.
And would you involve like other schools, like in Harry Potter 4? They actually had other schools compete for the cup. Would you do that as well?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe finding some way to mix them in, whether it's like maybe not something as serious competing for the cup, but maybe like debating or like a Quidditch match or something that involves the different schools.
So would you make it like 30 minutes the episodes or 50 minutes?
Yeah, I imagine there'd be shorter episodes. I'm thinking like 20 to 30 minute episode, up to 20 episodes a season or something, like just short, sharp, not like a long drawn out episodes that have a lot of content in it, because it's not going to be, I know, this big drama that carries over. I'm almost imagining each episode as like I'm imagining a sitcom, you know, like they're short, sharp, they carry over, but there's not too much, the episodes aren't too heavy.
And are you having the main character be a family that's already established, or like this is a new family that is being established because of this show?
Maybe a new family. Like imagine we might have someone that's like a half-blood that's one of the main characters, someone that's like maybe from a prestigious wizarding family, maybe someone that's got like a dad that was like a famous wizard or a mother that was a famous witch or wizard, something like that. And maybe someone that's like a Hermione type that's kind of like a really smart and maybe is there, but I know they're just like they're smarter than everyone else. Like, yeah, a few different things. Maybe like a friend that's like a Ron that's a bit dopey and does some silly things. And yeah, I can't really think of much more than that. I think I'm not talented enough to think of how to make this show better. What would your pitch for a show be?
That's finished now. My pitch would be, it's a lot more, I guess, darker, but a lot more serious. My pitch would be kind of taking the world affairs and kind of taking it into an alternate universe where people have kind of decided we're kind of sick of each other, we're going to war, we don't see eye to eye. So people that think differently have gone to war, and it's been going on for a decent amount of time. The main character named Ronan is kind of the outcast. He sees a way to kind of get things to back where they were. He has his own faction, but people in that other factions kind of want peace, but of course war makes money. There's people in the factions that want him dead, so there's kind of, you know, interesting political intrigue and kind of, you know, war, like what's the meaning of war, why is it wrong to think differently, why, you know, kind of getting into the nitty gritty of how people act and things.
And so you mentioned factions. How many factions are you thinking?
There's 3.
There's 3. And what separates the factions?
Well, basically one faction is like people that you know, aren't on the spectrum, or kind of, you know, I guess neurotypicals, and then people that are on the spectrum, and then the people that kind of I guess what the other faction called them, kind of half-breeds. That's why they're kind of the enemy in this world.
Okay. And is it separated based on location, or like 2 people can be from opposite factions but live in the same town and go to the same school and stuff? Or
Yeah.
You just kind of, it's kind of like politics. Like your next door neighbour could be vote for Labor, and you could vote for the Liberals, but it's not something you like wear as a badge of honour, but it's like a way of believing in things.
Yeah.
Okay. And is this futuristic or set in current modern time?
Alternate future apocalyptic.
Okay. And so by that you mean like it won't look like our world. It's going to be like
it's completely
different, destroyed, and like look like it's been a war.
Yeah, it's war torn because people just can't get along, and people just, you know, think differently.
And how long do you see this show going for? Is it a limited series or multiple seasons?
At least 4 to 5 seasons.
And what do you think that it ends with? Like the war ending and there being peace? Or?
Well, there's either 2 endings. Either Ronan, the main character, coming to terms and having peace, or they either kill Ronan, and then, you know, or there's the 3rd ending of that everyone dies. So
do any of the characters possess powers, or
no?
Are they
just
like special futuristic weapons, or
no? Just thinking differently.
Okay. Okay, I'm trying to think how this works. I'm trying to imagine. Is there a show similar to this that you could say it's like, okay? So we've got the 3 factions, and they think differently in the sense that you're saying about war makes money. So does one promote war and the other's anti-war, or?
Yeah, kind of like that. Some of the 2 main factions just see the world differently. Like, you know, some want peace, some want this, some want that, and they just disagree.
Okay.
And then the 3rd faction, what Ronan's on, kind of see how things should be, and then they go, some people in both factions agree, and others in both factions actually work together and want things to continue and escalate because money.
Okay. Intriguing. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully one of our shows or both of our shows get picked up, and we might turn it into something.
See what happens.
Have you got anyone in mind you could imagine being the main character and playing Ronan?
Maybe like Jason Momoa or Will Smith or someone.
Okay. For my show, I'm thinking no names. Like, I'm thinking like a young cast of teenagers that haven't been in anything before. So, like, whatever time the show was to get made, whoever were the most talented typical Disney stars of who I would imagine do it. I don't have anyone in mind currently.